I get the message. The last ASMR reaction video, you know, the one that I was terrified of uploading, had an overwhelmingly positive response. So I'm gonna do that again, because when people like something on YouTube, it's advantageous to do it again. And I think I'll be starting with this one. Charming Duke entices you at a ball, M4F masquerade romantic, featuring euphoric audio. I only know about half of those words, so this should be interesting. Now, this one doesn't specifically say that it takes place in the 19th century, but it's clearly meant to. I'm not sure what it means by entices you at the ball. Let's just give it a listen.
Now, if that isn't the most stunning gown at this masquerade, you look ravishing.
Oh, thank you.
We both know that isn't true.
Did he just take the
If one
compliment
tried
back?
holding a candle to you, I'm certain you just blow it out, no?
I mean, yeah, if somebody tried to set me alight with a candle, I would just blow it out. My hand? No, sorry, you can't have my hand. It's connected.
Thank you, darling.
Don't darling me. We just met.
So, how may I address you tonight?
Well, because we have not been formally introduced, you may address me as Miss Beeman-White.
Ah, Bunny. How fitting.
I guess Bunny works too.
You see, my alias is Wolf, though I'm sure you could tell by the mask I'm wearing.
I thought that mask was a fox.
By that reaction, I take it you're not too much of a masquerade enthusiast.
No, I'm not. I find them silly.
Oh, contra. The anonymity is where all of the fun resides, my dear.
That man over there just tried to kiss me, and since nobody knows who he is, he's gonna get away with it. No,
or even act in ways you wouldn't dare otherwise.
If there are ways in which you wouldn't dare be acting otherwise, you shouldn't be acting in that way when you're wearing a mask. Generally, the only reason you wouldn't dare in acting a certain way is because it's going to be harmful either to yourself or others, sir.
A little bit of confidence, don't you think, Bunny?
My confidence in you is dropping by the moment.
I suppose when you put it in that way, I can see how it can be taken as a negative.
Like the guy who tried to kiss me? Yeah.
I, for one, try not to get bogged down with such things during an event like this.
Well, people aren't trying to kiss you without your consent,
I
are
tend to
they?
live in the moment and worry about the aftermath. Well, after.
That's creepy. And also very, very bad life philosophy.
What will become of the future regardless of your decisions tonight. Interesting. I think correct might be the term you're looking for.
No, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. If I say something is interesting, then I mean it's interesting.
My apologies, I wasn't looking to undermine your opinion.
Really? Because it really feels like you were.
Excuse me, I'm quite famished. Another drink, please? Thank you.
When I'm hungry, I also drink punch. So much better than that
Splendid
vulgar
flavor.
eating and digestion.
Tell me about yourself. I'm not looking to pry too much. However, I can't help but find myself intrigued the longer we hold each other like this.
Hold each other? If you'd shut up for a minute, I'll tell you about who I am.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting. So, I assume you partake in leisurely activities more than whatever it is you do for work.
Most people do.
That leaves one to presume you don't have anything more important to do, other than simply lazing around in your quarters all day.
I beg your pardon?
It seems not only that you have a lack of drive, but a lack of vision also. Now, regardless of your title, is that not even a little unbecoming of a person to you? Excuse me?
I'm speechless.
Don't
That's the
walk away
rudest-
from me.
I will walk wherever I wish.
dare.
I'm not going to stand here and be insulted by you, Mr. Wolf. I'm speechless. Never been spoken to thusly in my life.
Please listen.
No, I'm not going to listen.
Please, darling.
Don't darling me, especially not after speaking to me in such a way.
Understand the issue here.
You don't
I was
understand the
simply-
issue? You just said that I have no ambition and I'm not going to amount to anything. Can you see
I
how...
was unaware of your circumstance.
No, my circumstances and my position don't matter.
I'm
What you said
sorry.
was rude. Point blank.
I'm so used to everyone thinking they know what's best for me.
Okay.
I've gotten so good at pushing new people away.
Oh, wait, no, so
Before they
now
even
I'm
get
supposed
a
to feel
chance.
sorry for you? You just insulted me grievously and now I'm supposed to feel sorry for you.
terribly
No, it doesn't work that
Did
way.
not mean it in that manner in the slightest.
How did you mean it? It's really difficult to say something like that and mean it in any way other than imperious and degrading. Oh, now he's laughing at me. Great.
Nothing, it's your smile.
I'm
It's
not
so beautiful.
smiling.
Of course I meant it.
Does
I'm
he
not
really
one to
think that
tell
I was
lies.
going to say, "Oh no, you're lying. You don't mean it"? No, I don't want your compliments. Your false
See, look at it. It's just...
pity. How am I supposed to look at my own smile?
Okay, I'll stop.
That's more like it. You better stop. Honestly, you're the rudest
The
man I've ever
mask.
met. No, there's nobody around, which is
So I would
making
be
me
okay
uncomfortable.
with you taking it off if you like.
Oh, you would be okay with it? No, well, actually, I'm being persuaded
However,
around to your view. I don't want to take it off. I
don't
don't want you
think
to
it's a
see who
matter
I
of what I
am.
want, really.
Oh, it's not a matter of what he wants. Oh, well.
Although it'd be quite
He's acknowledged that I
the
have some
understatement to
autonomy.
say I take some delight in getting to know you behind the mask.
Well, I'd take some delight in you not getting to know me behind the mask. I really don't want you to know who I am.
Unbelievable how I can see but half of your face and still know exactly what it is that you're thinking.
I beg pardon? What? Okay,
Darken your eyes
asylum
'cause you're
keeper.
away.
Right now I'm thinking you're crazy and probably
We
dangerous.
can take them off at the same time, if you would like.
I would like you to take off your mask so I know whom to avoid, but I'm not taking mine
Okay,
off.
in 3, 2, 1.
Eh. It's the face I'm making under my mask.
Don't think it would be far-fetched to say that you look heaven-sent.
Eh? Really?
Tantalizing, even.
I have never tantalized anybody, and I do not intend to start now. Thank you very much.
I am indeed the Duke.
Okay, so what do you want, a medal?
I shouldn't have kept my title from you given the predicament they could have placed you in, and
He acknowledges that his actions might have some bearing on me.
I simply could not keep myself away from you.
This is sounding remarkably
you find
similar
some
to
understanding
the rhetoric used by a vampire from whom I just escaped. Are you related to him by any chance? No, I want you to answer my question. Are you related to a certain vampire who goes around
Recall what I said about
kidnapping
knowing
people?
exactly what it is that you're thinking.
Yes, it's made me think that you have a couple screws loose.
Could it be that this is what you're thinking of currently?
What? Ugh! Ah! No! No! Okay, we're done with that one. Well, now that we've been insulted by a duke, why don't we take a quiet evening stroll, Victorian-era strangers to lovers unappreciated by family comfort?
Good evening, my fair lady. I know that it's decorum for one of your sisters to introduce me, but they seem a bit preoccupied for the moment. And I dare say that all of them will be swept up with partners for the rest of the night. Oh, my
But I won't
apologies,
be.
miss. I did not mean that in the slight. I hardly think that you should feel ashamed of it. At
I don't
any
feel
rate,
ashamed
I have
of
been
it.
told that you much prefer the company of books.
That's right,
Very
I'm not
honest
like
of you.
other girls, I'm so quirky.
As I'm sure you can tell, I have never been much inclined to balls myself.
Oh, you
There's
amaze
far
me.
too much fanfare, and you can never get to know somebody properly at the ball. Only the footwork. And I
Really?
think there are
Jane
just as
Austen said
many
that to be fond of
wonderful
dancing
ladies
is a
with
certain
cut
step towards
toes,
falling in
don't you?
love.
I know that I ought not talk with such scorn, especially when your father has been kind enough to host me.
Yeah, you're being
But
incredibly
one can't help but
ungrateful.
wish that there were quieter manners for entertaining large groups of people.
It's perfectly acceptable to wish that, but it's not acceptable to complain about a party being thrown in your honor.
Yes, libraries can be just as beautiful as ballrooms.
Again.
And far less noisy.
Again, in principle, I
Well,
agree.
Your sisters might disagree. However,
Complimenting
I
me
doubt
by
any of
insulting
them
other
have
women,
reflected on the
especially my
matter
sisters,
as
is
much
not
as
a
you have.
compliment. I'm sorry, what was
did
that?
not-
I was lecturing you.
However, I doubt any of them have reflected on the matter as much as you have.
Why are you so intent upon insulting my family?
Though I've only known you for a short time, and I've
Approximately 2
gathered
minutes
that
and
you are
15 seconds.
particularly thoughtful. I approached you to ask if you might care for a walk to escape the frivolity of this whole affair. Admittedly, in speaking with you, I have become increasingly confident in the success of my endeavor.
When did that confidence
But
start to decrease?
if you'll still
Was it
have
when you
me.
were insulting my family? I mean, I can show you some of the pictures in the house if you want, in the
you,
statuary
miss.
hall.
I will much enjoy your company. Care to
All
show
right.
me to the garden?
Gardens? It's nighttime. The night air
Yes.
is most
I
unhealthy,
suppose that it
sir.
would have been proper for me to speak with your father first.
I can't believe this, sir. You're trying to kill me. You've clearly not read Dr. Fitch's lectures on the prevention and cure of the consumption. It says very plainly on page 119 that the best way of avoiding the consumption is to avoid damp and cold night air. Why, I think you also ought to read The Practical Home Physician. For on page 71, it will tell you that chances of contracting the malarial fever are far greater, quote, during exposure to night air. That is when the miasma is at its strongest. Sir, you have no regard for health. What's that? I can't hear you. Why am I lugging a 15-pound medical book to a ball? Don't ask such stupid questions.
But I assume that you would not mind. And your eyes tell me that I'm correct.
My eyes are telling you that we ought
It's
not
quite
be out
right.
in the night air.
You don't need to hide your hatred of him for me.
I do not hate my
I've never
father.
found disrespect to be unbecoming.
You've never
At
found
least not
disrespect
one
to be
that
unbecoming.
Disrespect is earned.
Disrespect
And he
is
has
always
more than
unbecoming.
earned it. Even in the 3 days that I've known him, it has become apparent that he favors your sisters.
You don't know my
speaks so
family
highly of
dynamic.
them, while you so often seem to remain an afterthought. I know it's not my place to speak of such things,
No, it's not your place.
but I believe it to be true.
I don't care what you
I
believe.
contend that your mind knows it as well,
No.
even if your lips would not dare speak of it.
Do not presume to tell me what I do and do not
I
think.
saw that dirty look you gave him.
Are
when
you
he
just
asked you to stop
watching
playing the
me?
piano. You wanted to tell him off.
It was perfectly fine for him to
I wish
request
that
that
you
other
would
people
have
have a
too.
chance to play the piano. He was in
I
the
thought
right.
Your playing was lovely.
Thank you.
I know that he wanted to give your sisters a turn,
Yeah,
but she was
They
hardly
deserved it.
ready to perform for company.
I thought she sounded...
She only knew the simple tunes and the quiet melodies.
What's wrong with that?
They were all the same.
Yeah,
The same ones I've heard young ladies play in every parlor.
would they play them because they're
Yes.
pretty? She's young.
The songs are pleasant,
And
but
you admit
common.
it yourself.
Most ladies only ever learn the few verses they need.
Yeah, what's
To
wrong
like
with
some,
that?
You must be a natural. Otherwise, you would have been practicing for ages to learn songs as complex.
Yes, and everybody knows a woman can't dedicate herself to practicing
Oh.
for ages.
So it was practice.
Shocking,
That's
I
all the
know.
more admirable. After all, talent is given, but perseverance is chosen.
What a wonderful and
Therefore,
original
the
statement.
latter's much better to hold. But
Really?
far
You
more
think so?
difficult to attain.
I'm learning
You
so
think
much.
that
It's
I'm
like I'm
merely
speaking
being
with
polite?
Socrates himself.
You think that I'm merely being polite?
No, I
I
think that you're
assure you
being
that I'm
pretentious.
I am not one to lie, especially not to the night air and a woman.
Especially
that
not
I
to the
deeply
night
admire.
air. Yes, everybody knows you don't want to lie to
I
the
told
night
you that
air.
I see no reason to conceal the fact that I admire you.
Well, thank you.
Besides, someone must compensate for your family's indifference towards you.
No, it's really
It
fine.
seems such a shame to have your talents ignored. I know that they find you plain, but you simply are not in terms of perseverance. Oh,
I know that they think you're ugly, but don't worry. You've got a really persistent personality. That is a backhanded compliment if ever I've heard one.
was there another sense of playing that you were worried about?
Oh, come on. Don't play innocent. You know exactly what you meant. That was calculated.
Perhaps it's a bit unconventional of me, but I have never looked kindly on men who compare their daughters' appearances.
Oh, well, aren't you a prince among men?
Beauty is far too subjective of a matter. I must be honest. Please excuse my
You've been
nerves.
brutally honest for this entire evening.
I think your family lacked forethought by attempting to pair me with your younger sister.
Oh?
Well, she is perfectly nice. As the elder, you should have been chosen first.
Yes, I should have been. So did it ever occur
Would
to
have
you
been
that
the
perhaps
proper
there was a
thing.
reason that I was not chosen first?
And
Like,
it would have
perhaps
been
I
the
requested
choice.
not to be.
I would quite like to dance with you.
would you?
Yes. I was being honest when I said I detested dancing, but I don't think that I would mind it half as much with you in my arms. There's no need to go back inside.
Yes, there
The moonlight
is. I can
much
feel the
better
consumption
company
coming
than
on.
prying eyes.
All right. I think we'll finish off with ASMR Crown Prince teaches you to dance at Royal Ball. This one also doesn't specifically say that it takes place in the 19th century, but it's heavily implied.
His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Christoph.
Why are we clapping? Hello? Excuse me?
Please, I'm not angry with you. I'm angry with myself.
Why would you be angry with me? You walked into me. It's your
my
fault. Yes, it is your fault.
Let me touch you up.
Oh, no, you don't need to. Oh, no. Get off, get off.
Good. Just you. You look wonderful. I am very sorry. My mind, it was a long way away, shall we say.
We could say that if we wanted to.
There.
One would prefer a little bit
course,
more of an
I-
explanation.
I'm waiting for my betrothed,
Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it?
my bride to be.
Yes, that is what betrothed means. I'm aware of that.
My mother, she hired a new genealogist to find the perfect match. I thought
Does this take place in
that
Alabama?
this old fellow was going to grant me 3 wishes.
What?
Not quite.
thought he was a wizard.
I won't even tell you
A
what
djinn?
my sister thought he was going to do.
Did your sister think that he was going to make you marry her?
You're a para. I don't recognize your colors. What kingdom are you from?
Ah, well, you see, I'm from Maine. We're mostly lobstermen down there, and our largest
Sorry?
exports are lobster and saliness.
Sorvant.
No, Maine.
Sorvant.
Nope,
Right,
Maine.
yeah. I've never heard of it.
Well, it's because
Tell
you're
me
not
about your
listening to me.
people. Oh, servant. Yes.
I apologize, but this crown prince must be incredibly unobservant. This is what a servant in the late 19th century would wear. This is what a princess attending a ball would wear. There's not a lot in common between the two. They are pretty easy to tell apart. Also, a servant would not have been in the royal ballroom. There may have been some footmen and some caterers, but not a maid. The point of servants was to be as invisible as possible. There were some houses that were built with tunnels under the ground so servants could walk around without being seen by the people of the house. And there are accounts that say that if a servant happened to be passed in the hallway by one of the owners of the stately home or by a guest, they would have to turn and face the wall and be absolutely silent until the great personage had passed them by. So, long and short of it is, I, as a maid, should not be in this ballroom.
You must think me quite the fool.
A little bit, yes.
In
Actually,
a
a
crown
lot.
prince, no less.
Yeah, I mean, it really
How
shows how...
embarrassing for you.
No, it's embarrassing for you. It shows how out of touch you are, that you don't even know what the working classes look like.
You look like you could be a royal.
Oh, inbred, syphilitic, and with a Habsburg jaw, you're too kind.
Holding all those drinks and things.
Yeah, carrying a
It
tray
should have been
and
a clue.
wearing a black dress and mob cap probably should have given it away that I'm not, in fact, a royal princess of
Like
the
I
blood.
said,
Even if I do have a chin
I'd
like
use my
this.
brain if I could find it. If you don't mind, it's quite nice to see a friendly face. Perhaps I could spend a little time with you before she gets here.
Well, I mean, I'm already...
Talk about some of the juicy court gossip.
That will definitely lose me my job.
If you're interested, and of course, if you don't mind.
Well, yeah, like I said, it would definitely lose me my
How
job.
improper I've been.
Okay. I'm getting fired tonight.
Almost kidding.
Thanks a lot, Your Highness.
And here
Why are we
go.
clapping?
King Frederick of Fransrijk. They're the ones with the, what do they call it? The sea carriage. It is the carriage that it floats on the water.
We call that a boat. Okay, I just skipped ahead because he was just telling me a bunch of court gossip, and there wasn't much for me to react to. But his betrothed did not show up, so now he's sad because he doesn't have anybody with whom to dance, so he's asking us to dance with him now.
I ask you. And
Again.
bear in mind, I could order you what I want.
He could
Ask
order me,
you to
but he
dance
won't.
with me.
Oh, what a gentleman. But I've never learned how to dance. I'm a servant.
Like I said, see, it's the votes.
I do not approve of waltzes. Far too close.
I tell you, if you dance with me, I will teach you how to dance.
You're very concerned about your own reputation, but spare some
It's
consideration
not
for
every
me
day
instead of thinking
Prince
always of
offers
yourself.
you. I have to wear my hat. Won't keep my sword.
No, you
So,
don't have to wear your hat.
Watch out.
You
Don't get
Look
cut.
at these pictures
You'll
of
be fine.
19th century balls. The men are not
Get my
wearing
hat.
hats. All right, I'm going to fast forward past the dancing scene too.
You are a very
Yes?
good dancer.
Oh, well,
Thank
thanks,
you.
I guess. Oh, you're welcome. Now, in payment, do you think I could have a
Honestly, you
pension
could
and
dance
maybe
better
retire?
than a lot of the people here. It'll go a long way to raise the standing of my name.
Well, like I said, about that pension and retirement as a reward, because I'm definitely getting lost.
Of Grossmidland is forever in your debt.
Again, pension and retirement, because I'm definitely getting fired after tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, of course not. Nope, you're just going to cast me out onto the streets.
I ever gave you
Typical
that
aristocrat.
impression.
What impression?
What I say will sound cruel, but please know that I mean it with no malice.
Oh, well, the malice behind it makes absolutely no difference to me.
There's no world where a royal of the House of Grossmidland or any other country could marry someone of low birth or
Did I just ask him to marry me? I did not see that coming.
You could pass for a royal if you wanted.
Yeah, we've established that I look syphilitic and inbred, thank you.
But I don't want you to misunderstand me.
I would have a much easier time understanding if you just come out and say whatever it is you want to say.
It's beautiful.
Because I have no idea what you're trying to say.
It's the gilded cage. It can be lonely.
The gilded cage? What are you talking about?
Into a mirror. It is betrothed.
Look, I just want to know if I'm going to get some source of income after this, because again, I've definitely lost my job, and I prefer not to have to work as a servant for the rest of my life. Just give me an answer, please.
Though it is betrothed to someone, it has belonged to another for a long time before that.
That's great. That's lovely. Your heart has belonged to another for a long time. That's wonderful.
I don't want you to take my words as cruelty.
No, I'm not taking them as cruelty. I just kind of wish you'd get to the point.
Take it for looking for sympathy either. But you may not live in the gilded cage. And this seems magical.
Magical.
And decadent and affluent.
Decadent and affluent, yes. It is decadent and
Grateful.
affluent. It's ridiculous.
To be free.
Oh, free.
In love.
And in love. Oh.
In return.
Yes, I'm so grateful not to be wealthy and taken care of. Oh, he's envious of me. Well, that'll really, really be a great comfort to me while I'm scrubbing out bedpans at 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you so much for what you've given me.
We may not have tomorrow. At least we had today.
So about that
And
pension.
you are an incredible dancer.
Thank you. So about that pension, I would really, really appreciate some form of monetary.
And I have taken your time.
You've also taken my job, my employment. Nothing big, just the roof over my head and the food in my stomach. I'm sure I'll survive without it.
You have a friend in the royal family of Grossminot.
Some friend won't even give me
A
employment.
friend and an ally. Thank you.
I would like it if that thank you had some gold attached to it.
On behalf
Is he gonna kill me?
Grossminot.
I'm sorry for insulting you. I'm sorry for being greedy. Oh, you're saluting me. Okay. Whew. Well, that was a whirlwind and a half. I think we have to leave it there for today. I really hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, I can see if I can find any more and react to those too. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you get notified of new uploads, and leave a comment and share. And I think that's everything. A huge thank you to those who support this channel on Patreon. Sandra White, Mary Royal, Kit Kat Stitch, Emily Donnelly, V. Birchwood, Kiara Craft, Amanda Martin, Heather C., Mary Mead, Neves Kabara, and Chelsea Ross. If you would also like to support this channel on Patreon, I will leave a link below in the description. No trouble if you can't. I'm also going to link to my Instagram, where you should definitely follow me, and to my email if you need to get in touch with me for any reason. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.